Invite you back. 2 more seconds for the DS. Hopefully this time we can actually do more than 3 missions. This mission I'm highlighting on right now is the worst thing ever. Except it wasn't really. We were just using a guide that was very, very unoptimal.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna shout that guy out by any means because he really.
shout the speedrunner out. They deserve a shout.
Big shout out to Speedbreak 55 for showing us how to do the stupid mission in a not dumb way. In the meantime, I'm breeding Chow.
Congratulations.
You ever think they'll bring back Chow Gardens in any future Sonic game?
I feel like it's one of those features that they could probably just associate just with adventure now. So if they ever try the adventure formula again, then maybe. But that's about all I could think of if they would.
So, actually, I'm not going to say anything to not date the video. But to make sure that thought doesn't leave my head, I'm going to send you a message that you can read of my current thoughts in my head. Oh yeah.
They never fixed it up, counter 4. Serve 2.
Alright, I sent you it. You could look at it whenever.
I sincerely doubt it, but maybe. I will leave it at that.
Yeah. Like, I think you understand my thought process, at least.
I mean, if they're showing up anything, it's gonna be you-know-what.
Yeah. Potato salad, to be specific, because we're actually talking about our local food joints. Fun fact. This is all an elaborate ruse to trick you, everyone. Mayo included.
Included? No, it's especially me. I remember this mission. This mission was awful. This one was awful normally. You might not want to close out that speedrunners video. Yeah.
I never did.
Okay, yeah. This was a rough one for me. I remember this one.
I blame Silver the Hedgehog. Technically, the last mission you did was him, so...
Yeah.
My blames are not, you know, of uselessness or, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. My hair is getting knotted up, but I don't want to, like, brush it because I've got long hair because I have to take off my headphones, which means I wouldn't be able to do, like, a single thing you would say. I can't be bothered. Hair woes. Who needs work woes when you have hair woes?
Exactly.
Actually, now that I said that I don't want to do it, my OCD is bugging me and I might do it. Okay, you know what? Hold on. I can't hear you. My headphones are off. I'm brushing my hair. I heard you laughing, though. I heard you evil laughing, too.
There's the red ring. Okay.
Can you hear the sound of my brush every now and again?
I cannot.
I think you said no, and I'm just gonna go with that.
I did. I said I cannot.
Yeah, no, I can't hear you at all. I mean, I can hear you attempting to say things. Put this brush away now, because I just needed to brush it out so all the knots would get out of my hair. Because for some reason...
Well, I lost all my rings the last second. Hopefully that doesn't mean anything.
Now I can hear you.
I mean, that was still an A rank.
What? Yeah, an A rank. Oh, I looked away for a second. Well, I mean, I was brushing my hair, to be fair.
And I got all... This is just one where I need to stick to the top path. I don't have to wait on this one. That being said, I was a little too eager to jump. There's a bottomless void down there.
So you think you can figure this one out easier?
Easier? Yes. But I feel like I can figure out almost anything easier than that. That wasn't good enough.
Ooh, I have to do not fun things.
First. Oh, I was a second too late.
What is your least favorite wisp in this game?
Specifically here, oh, that's a hard one to say.
Specifically in the DS variant.
Yeah, I know.
Game, yeah.
Right now, I want to say burst, but I almost feel like that's because the last couple missions have just made me despise this wisp. So I don't know how fair to say it's really... But yeah, it's...
What about in the console version? This one's
console version, I'm gonna be honest, I hate almost every exclusive one on there.
What are these? It's just I almost said void, but it's not void.
There's hover, there's spike, there's...
Oh yeah, you're right.
Let's see.
I forgot about hover.
Cube.
And spike. Cube is the worst for me. I don't dislike
I really don't like
spike or hover at all, just because hover's mostly... To be fair, hover's mostly just... What's it called?
When hover is being used as a light dash, it's fine. It's whenever
I was gonna say hover's based.
That's when it's obnoxious.
Hover is almost exclusively light dash water. At least like for the efficient stuff or the stuff that you need to do, or whatever. And spike is it's just spike. It's whatever. I think it controls fine for the most part. And that's the big thing to me, I guess.
It controls like trash.
Frenzy is.
I just don't like how colors.
Frenzy is used so little. It's like that's why I don't care. Like it really is barely used. Like like especially if you compare it to something like the Cube, which is used way more. But what is your favorite video game of all time? Huh?
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that one.
Oh, you won't have asked you this
I feel
question
like I've already ticked out
times.
Sonic fans enough.
Do you prefer Sonic Colors Ultimate or Sonic Colors Wii?
Well, Ultimate's not out yet at the time of this video, so...
Oh, so that just means you're a Sonic Ultimate lover, I see. Ah. I'm joking. To be fair, I feel like the only people that are really complaining about Sonic Colors Ultimate, like, basically just Sonic fans, essentially. I think a lot of it just has to do with, I don't know, the game just doesn't look... It looks better from an objective standpoint, but the lighting...
But it only looks better from, like, the Wii version.
Yeah,
if you're playing the game on Dolphin, then it looks way better on Dolphin.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm not even talking like texture packs or anything. I mean, like just base Dolphin.
Yeah, and you can technically just up it to 60 FPS and stuff like that too, along with the upscales. So
yeah, so like at that point, all you're really missing out on is the Tails rescues and the Metal Sonic, and the costumes, if any of that is stuff you care about.
And honestly, I don't really care that much.
Like lives weren't a big issue in Colors, at least not for me. Maybe it's because I just know the gameplay style by the time Colors came out. Like I played enough of.
Oh no, Colors is simple. They have lives everywhere too, and given the fact that just finishing a stage gives you a fair amount of life, so. Do you know why they call it Sonic Colors? Because there's not a single color in the game. It's actually textureless. Fun fact.
Oh, that makes so much sense!
That'd be really funny. It'd be really funny if they did that. They did like the Sonic... What if they... Imagine if they did like Sonic... what's it called? Sonic... I'm trying to think of the name. I want to say Secret Rain. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. It's too late. Damage has been done. I already forgot. Who needs a functioning brain? Not me.
Overrated.
Say it with me, Mayo. Burst!
Burst!
Alright, say it with me, Mayo. Chicken!
I'll think about it.
Alright, say it with me, Mayo.
This is quickly turning to another mission too, by the way. You might want to dig that video up and look at how they did it. Because I haven't even come close.
Look.
Basically a speedrunner because I don't trust that S-rank guide person anymore.
That wasn't a guide person. It was literally just the one video. Let's see what this guy does. Honestly, why are you even asking me? If you want to really check, if you're that scared, you can just pause the video and watch him yourself.
I'm not at that point yet. It hasn't been 50 minutes on one mission yet.
He's just completing the mission here. How much time, or how much do you win with? It probably doesn't matter. Do you have to do this mission twice? Or do you have to do the missions twice is what I'm curious about.
How? What?
Well, this guy does it twice, and he's a speedrunner. He's doing
maybe it's more optimal to do it twice, like once for all the red rings and once for the S ranks.
He's getting the red rings on this one. So, I don't know. I have no idea what he's doing. He's grabbing the red rings, sure, but like, in terms of like speediness, I don't know what he's really doing. This doesn't look speedy at all.
It's first Wisp Nightmare again. That's
well, I don't know how much this will help, but he does it with 30 seconds and 15 milliseconds remaining on the
That
timer.
is way more than I have had. Highest time I've had is 12. And that was stretching it.
And he doesn't go out of his way for a lot of these time capsules too. And he sticks to the top path a lot. This is like the main thing I'm getting out of it.
I do too.
Like he's almost essentially hugging the ceiling of the entire level the whole time. But he doesn't like go strictly out of his way for a lot of these like what's it called? A lot of like those things, like the capsules.
Why?
Like there's some that he gets specifically at the beginning, but at the end there's ones that he just clearly goes past because that one's probably just too much effort to get. Probably takes too much time, like you lose too much time off it or something. Yeah, like I think he ignored that one. Also, he was up in this section, yeah.
Yeah, I go into section for no other reason than there's these two 10-second capsules. Which most capsules only get 5, so yes, I want that.
He took those, yeah. Probably grabbed that if he did. He bursted above all that stuff that you just got. Yeah, he bursts that. Like he ignores all these capsules, like here though, for example. Like he'll grab them if they're on the way. Yeah, he basically just ignored it.
Okay, well, it worked for me.
See, yeah, it's not really that. Maybe that was your problem. Maybe you're focusing way too hard on grabbing the capsules that actually.
Okay, so I still have to do the proper stages.
Which, given the track record, these are probably not going to be as bad. At least in terms of S ranks, but you have to get those red rings first.
Yeah, I have to get the red rings, and that's what I worry about. Okay, so that was the first one, so this point onwards, it could be anywhere.
If you take it slowly, I feel like you might be able to figure it out. Obviously, except for the sections that you have to go fast, like this, essentially.
Usually
There's
they just hide 'em
100%.
at the top, but...
They could be, yeah, that too. But at the same time, you did get the burst wisp in this level or world, so it's like.
Did I? I thought I got Rocket here.
No, you get Rocket in the next level, the other one. Did you forget you can control that?
No, I remember. It's just really hard to control it.
It is, yeah. You just weren't moving, so I figured that you just forgot you could control
No, I know I can control it. It's just that it controls stupid.
It does. It feels like it arcs way more than it should, especially given how there's like ring trails that are kind of supposed to tell you, you know, what to do, like where to go, but yeah. You got an extra life.
But there's a red ring over there.
See which one it is.
That's 2, thankfully.
That was the second one. Okay.
I haven't missed any yet.
So then, from this point onwards, there are more red rings. So.
Really don't like being down like this, but what do you do?
There's probably gonna be some little stragglers in those lower sections, and you know it.
Of course. How much you want to bet there's a ring Bastier?
Possibly. Probably. now that's taking you really far away, probably.
No, they're not letting me look. They just rejoined a frenzy.
Oh.
Okay, or
Void.
void, yeah. Oh,
Okay, I was about to say
4,
there
so yeah,
has
I
to
missed
be
one.
Okay. So yeah, it might be in that one spot then. I think you were probably supposed to get that burst wisp. There could have been the last one there, potentially.
Very well could have been.
You're like, this will work eventually.
Like, I couldn't even tell it was bouncing me that way. There's like thousands of ways I can imagine that rocket work, and none of them line up with how it works.
My other suspicion is this area could possibly have a... Nah, I guess not. With the rocket, I guess it's just the extra life. Maybe they knew how bad it controlled. This is the end of the stage, 100%. It's right here. Yep, knew it. It ended like a Sonic stage would.
Whatever that means.
There's a way that Sonic stages are designed that, like, especially classic Sonic, so like the 2D ones, like, so this one would fall under that boat, that are just like that. Why am I doing this? Is the real question. You could say, Mayo pricked up.
Yeah, I know.
And do you
have
know
no idea how hard those rockets are to
up?
control.
No, I do. I played a little of this game, if you remember.
Yeah, but you only played a Tropical Resort. That's what you told me anyway.
Oh, no, I played up to whatever this... Or I played past Sweet Mountain. I just stopped at Tropical Resort specifically for the mission that was giving you problems because that mission sucks ass. And I'll be honest, I was like, I can't be bothered to finish this because this is pissing me off.
No, dude, wait. Right. This way, I guess.
Do you know anything, Mayo?
No!
Not even science?
Huh? Does it taste good?
Nope. Tastes horrible.
Again?
It tastes like whatever you're allergic to, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Which is like everything, apparently. You know, at least I believe your allergies. I have a cousin who proclaimed to be like allergic to everything, but had nothing to base it on besides, oh, I had this one bad experience, therefore I probably was like allergic to it. Except for the one time they genuinely thought they were allergic to water. They weren't at all. It did nothing to them.
I actually had thankfully this isn't true anymore. I did have a point in my life where I was allergic to water. That was the worst.
You did tell me that.
Yeah.
You did tell me that.
Like I had to,
and
like this is when I was really young, I had to drink a special kind of fluid. It's like the minerals and bacteria in the water were setting me off.
But like I said, at least like you had something for like you had a basis behind that, right? Like you were essentially told and it checked out and whatever and blah blah blah.
I finally made onto this path, so I start looking.
My cousin not so much. My cousin was much more like, oh, I went into water once and my tummy got upset because
I mean, that could be a lot of things. Like that could be chlorine, for instance. Chlorine's a pretty common allergy.
That's what I mean though. By they would say like, oh, I'm allergic to water.
Which I still have a chlorine allergy, so yeah, I'm very aware of that.
Yeah, but the thing is, they just thought it was water, and they wouldn't explain why. They just said like they drank water once and they felt sick, therefore they were allergic or something. Or maybe it was like sparkling water, something very specific, and they were proclaiming it. It was just like, no, you're not, you're fine. Like, don't worry about it. It's not like you, or you... I know, like, the way you've described things, like, you clearly have it as, like, a problem.
This... up... No, it's not even gonna be up here. But I have to be sure. It was up here! Never mind! It was worth the time!
Of course it was.
Okay, so...
This is why you should always just check arbitrary spots.
And I did.
But you almost didn't.
Is there anything up there? Actually, can I get up here without the... No, I can't. I need it. Okay, well... No, there's nothing up there.
Doesn't hurt to check.
No,
especially
no, go back. There's a burst whip spear.
You do have to technically go slow, so... Well, you don't have to, but it's smarter when you're trying to explore stages. But I will say for a 2D game like this, it is definitely way harder to find red rings as opposed to like the 3D games. Like Sonic Colors, even though it's mostly a 2D game, like even the I guess in 2.5D games it's easier too, because in 2.5D games it's like, maybe I'm just thinking of Sonic Colors more so. But I guess there's like the console version, but it feels like there's more standout parts of stage, which I can be like, okay, this is the part of the stage where this thing happens or whatever. There's more like intricate stuff happening where it's like in this like 2D Sonic game that you're playing, like full on 2D. There's not as many landmarks or specific areas. I don't know. It makes it harder for me to figure, like, to know for certain things. It's kind of hard to explain, but I have an idea in my head, like, what I'm talking about. And it's like, I feel like the 2D games, it's harder to find red rings. Also, 2D game, like pure 2D games like this, also just in general, are
There it
very.
is, right there. Okay.
Oh, nice. But they're very usually more open-ended with how many paths there are. You know what I think it might be? It might be screen crunch related that I'm thinking of. There's less screen crunch in the 3D games, even if during the 2D sections, generally speaking. So it's much easier to like have an idea of your surroundings, so you can kind of figure out what's happening.
Okay,
Also,
I
it
understand
feels
that
like
screen crunch is the thing that's easy to blame, but I really don't think it's screen crunch's fault here.
Maybe not. It could also be just, I think, the level design in the 3D games, like even in the 2D sections, there's generally things that kind of point towards, yeah, there's probably something here if you look. Where this game, it sometimes has those moments, but it's not like I can look at everything, and be like, oh yeah, there's definitely something here. But there are a lot of occasions where that is the case, and then it ends up correct, so... I just itched my ear. AMA.
Congratulations. Would you do it again?
Yeah, I would. It was like the outside of my ear. It wasn't like my actual, like inside. That's gross. I would use like a Q-tip or something. Which is way less gross. But you know what?
Just really trying to remember like the stuff that's in this stage. It's like, there's a thing here. Pretty sure there's a thing here. Oh yeah, there's a thing here.
I definitely will say the whole, what's it called? The whole like, there's less landmarks thing definitely applies to this game. Because at least when I'm playing Sweet Mountain, like the Wii version of the game, the stages have a very distinct thing going on with them, so I can kind of know like, this part of the stage has the part where it shoots the big missile out, or or whatever. You probably even know what I'm talking about, maybe. Or this is the part that you go in a loop in the donut, because that's also in the console version of the game. It's awesome. I love Sweet Mountain, mostly because I have a sweet tooth. So
I despise it, and I despised it before I even played the game. I just really don't like the theme. I just don't like the food level themes. Hey,
it's better than the ones in Sonic Lost World. That's not really saying much, I feel like.
Like, I mean, Lost World's themes are okay when it actually has themes. Like, when it doesn't, which is most of the time, then, well... Here's the ice level, here's the volcano level, here's the desert level...
Here's the level. But it's really weird because do you remember which world it is? Is it World 1 or I think it's World 2? Oh yeah, it's World 2. It's got the desert level. The dessert level because it's a dessert. They put it extra. Yeah. I get.
Honestly, I liked it a lot more there.
I don't.
I think it's just because in Lost World it didn't overstay its welcome.
It doesn't have a background, really, or anything going for it. You're kind of just running on licorice and stuff. It's kind of like an empty void. It's kind of a boring level, visually speaking. It's compared to, like, every other level in the entire game, at least. Well, except for, like, the tunnel levels. Those are also very boring, but those aren't levels, usually, I don't think. Or at least not very often. Like, the, like, half-pipe tunnel levels.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Make of that what
They're like they look like underground tunnel. Yeah, I mean that game isn't very memorable, I guess as is. Remember when that game you couldn't get an extra life on 100 rings?
Yeah, that was dumb.
Good times. Then they had to patch it because it was.
Everybody was complaining, or the fact that they had a pre-order bonus at getting 25 extra lives, so they knew the game was BS hard. But no. Or the fact that the active social media accounts at the time had to go out of their way to tell people how to grind extra lives, because nobody knew how to beat the game.
What were they? The like flicky mini games? No, those go away.
No, yeah, and the DLC wasn't around at the time, so they would just say like to go to that one level in the desert stage and grind it over and over because there's a bunch of lives and rings in it.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what prompted them to get rid of the 100 rings equals a life thing. Especially for a game that, by Sonic standards, it's hard, actually.
Oh, yeah, so... It's really hard. Like, not even by Sonic standards, it's just hard.
Yeah, it's weird. I remember particularly seeing, I think, like a friend go through the... not the full final world, but they would go through a bit of the final, like, world 8 or whatever, the flame world.
Flame world is easy, it's all the other
sky
world.
The sky world, sorry. Yeah, I remember watching them go through that, and I was just like, this is stupid.
It's a few seconds faster. And apparently that few seconds made up for it.
Well, the announcer did call you amazing.
Yeah. I didn't get a single red ring in this stage, so I'm going to have to scour the entire stage.
Ooh. Maybe you just ran through everything.
Either that or they're all tied to Void or something.
There's probably like one tied to Void. I feel like they make both, or yeah, they make usually like all the stages. Because if you really think about it, there's only really 2 stages in the entire act. The missions are just some sort of like remixed version of acts 1 and 2. Like they'll have like a section or 2 in it. I mean, it's like shortened, maybe edited a little bit. That. I'm currently overfeeding a child on the side.
Good job.
Look, it speeds things up, okay?
Oh, it does.
It's stupid. It's also really funny. But not as funny as these jelly beans that you're going through. Do they melt if they touch fire? Like, how does it... What does a melted jelly bean look like? I don't know if I want to Google that. That sounds kind of disgusting.
I feel like I can visualize it in my head, and I don't like that visual.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, I don't know. That kind of sounds disgusting to me because like I kind of like visualized it in my head. And I'm like, that doesn't seem very enjoyable to think about.
I haven't gotten a single red ring again.
They're hiding.
They are. This is a stage that's very easy to fall off the top path, too. And they obsessively rely on these dumb rockets.
Yeah, which it not only does it suck that they control not particularly well, but they're also so big, and you don't really have enough room to see things ahead of you, so you can't really
Oh, this part. Oh, I wonder what's going on here.
This area doesn't look familiar. Never seen it before.
Nah, never.
I feel like Mayo's having some slight war flashbacks right now.
Slight? I just really want to get through this bit so I don't have to think about that mission anymore. Get me out of here.
What if I pet your head and say, "Don't worry, buddy"?
Then maybe it's okay.
Okay, what if I pet your head and then go, "Yosh"?
Wow, they literally put that at the end of the stage for the mission. Got an A rank, but I didn't find a single red ring that entire time. That's what I was actually after, so...
I was about to congratulate you for getting an A rank, but then I remembered you're not playing SA2.
I get that you're playing SA2, but I'm not playing SA2, so it doesn't matter.
I'm not really playing SA2. It's more like... I have it on the side while I watch you.
Just because you're not focusing on it doesn't mean you aren't playing it.
Mostly waiting, to be fair. Wait, why'd you reset?
Because I couldn't get up there.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
And I've already taken the bottom path. I know it's not there. That's what that entire last run through was.
Further proof that top half reigns supreme. Aww. I'll tell you if I see any, but I haven't yet.
Yeah.
Any to the left? No.
I'm up here. Oh, hey, this bit of the level! I recognize this too!
No, I've never seen this before. Where are they?
Don't know. They're not on the top path. They're not on the bottom path. Is this one of those weird levels where they group them all into one spot? So I haven't seen any of them once.
You mean like kind of how like in the TAC GBA game, which I know you probably also don't want to remember, how they had like a ton of sheep in like one section?
Yeah.
I doubt it is, because I don't think there's ever been a Sonic game that has done that with red rings, but...
I mean, this was the early era of those types of collectibles. Those types of rules didn't really apply.
Game, I believe.
I mean, it's the first for the purely red ring. Like, there's stuff like the Sun and Moon medals from Unleashed, which is, for all intents and purposes, the same thing.
Yeah, more or less the same thing. I would say they're only slightly different in the sense of, like, for Sun and Moon medals, you have to... More so for the day stages, you have to go way more out of the way to get those. That's, like, about it. It's, like, the only difference I would even, like, pin on them. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, they're basically the same thing.
Like, even before then, like, you had, like, the medals from 06, Keys and Shadow. It's like, there was still things to collect beforehand.
I feel like the medals in Sonic 06 are way more akin to, like, the red rings in the modern series. They feel more like it. Mostly because the Sun and Moon medals, like I said, you almost, like, you really have to go out of your way for a lot of them. There's some that are, like, directly, if they're not, like, directly on your path, they're, like, just way out of the way. Like, you have to go in some random location, they end up being there. Specifically, again, it's more so worse than the day stages, but I think it's also just because you go so fast in that game, too. They'll just place
the
it
game is
inside
structured that
some
you don't even need them in day stages. You don't want to go after them.
Yeah, you don't. I use a guide for them.
I mean, honestly, first-time players probably should.
At least for the day stages, I use a guide for them. Night stages, I feel like if I explore enough, I'll be able to figure it out. But I think I did have to use a guide for Spagonia Night? I want to say? Was it Spagonia Night? I'm actually not sure.
Why would I know?
I'm like reminiscing myself. I wasn't asking you. It's very weird though. I didn't 100% that game on our channel. Was that before we
That was before the 100% completion thing. Just barely. But I think you dodged it by like a few months.
Yeah, because it feels like one of those things where it's almost like...
Like, it probably should have been a completion game, but it wasn't.
Yeah, especially because we showed off so much, like, other stuff. It's like, we might as well have.
Seriously, where are these... Like, I could let it go if this was, like... I was saying 3 and then I was missing 2. I haven't found 1. I don't know where they're hiding.
Yeah. That is really... This is the weird path, or the weird level where the middle path is the correct path.
Maybe it is!
Look at those
taking bottom and Barry's taking top.
Now it's time for the middle. In a moment, I'm gonna check over the speedrunning video to see what they do, because they do a one and done for basically every single stage, except for the missions, where they do twice for some reason. Maybe you can't S rank them first time through or something.
Like, I'm looking on
You're
the other
lucky,
screens
man.
and everything too. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I've been looking too, and it's like I just haven't seen them. Because if I saw one, I would have been like, Mayo, I saw one.
Mind you, like, it doesn't help. Like, there's stuff like the burst wisps and the springs that have a very similar aesthetic to them.
Honestly, the checkpoints get me worse than, like, the burst wisp. I see what you mean, but it's definitely the checkpoints that get me worse, because those are they essentially look like red star rings, but there's, like, more detail to them, essentially. And there, I guess,
Wait, there's
not
one!
as thick.
It's over here. That's two.
It is in the middle path, objectively.
This is so weird.
Well, you know what, Mayo? Sometimes life is just weird, okay?
I don't know, okay. Wait, there's one down there, on the bottom screen.
Oh, yeah, I see it. It's like right at the bottom, like way at the bottom.
I need a way to fall down.
I
I need to fall down more. Yes.
Oh,
No, go
okay.
back.
Wait, no.
Go back, somebody.
No. Do you have to, like, wall jump?
There's no wall jump panels, but I have one of those floating wisps, so I can use that.
Oh, man.
There it is.
Okay, that's the third one. I want to look at the video real quick. I'm curious to see what they do. The Sweet Mountain Act 2, right? So let's see. I want to restart from the way beginning. There we go.
Oh, there's one right there. Okay, that's 4.
Okay, so
I missed
you
that
found one and suddenly they're all just popping up for you. It looks
At this
like
point,
the
I
first one might be on the middle path. The first one's in a really evil spot, actually.
Oh, there's the 5th one. It's back here. I saw it. Okay.
The fifth one is in it, or the first one's in an evil spot.
Okay, yeah, you'll have to tell me about it when I finish the stage. Because I do not want to look for all these again.
Yeah, that one's evil, so.
This way. Oh, yeah, this bit. Is it bad that I recognize this more from the mission than I do from the stage?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you asked. And
I
say
did,
be an answer that you
and I got my
like.
answer.
Stop drowning yourself! Please! Can I just leave them drowning?
I mean, they won't like you very much, but you can. They won't die from that.
So let me re-see how this person does it the first way, just so I can give you, like, an idea of what they do. Okay, so you know how at the beginning there's that burst wisp, and then
Yeah.
there's that you can burst up to the left side of that loop?
Yeah?
Don't burst up the left side of the loop. Just go through that like loop normally.
I've been doing that every time.
Okay, I'm just like giving you a guide on like the location it's at.
Yeah, it's like over here.
Yeah. Just go through that loop normally. Can you pause for a sec? Just so I can give you the correct info. All right, so they just take this path normally, and there will be a balloon afterwards, right? They just ignore the balloon and they just go straight like down. Like they don't even go in; they just boost like right there. Yeah. No, you have to be on that upper path. I don't think this lower path's gonna work. Maybe, I don't know, actually. Maybe it will? I'm not sure.
There's been a lot of path reconvergences, so I don't know.
You have to... Okay, yeah. Go back here and stay on the upper part. You'll go past... Okay, go to the left. First to the left. First to the left.
Can't.
Oh, wait, no, you can't. Hold on. Let me see if this person... Oh, yeah, okay, go to the... Yeah. Oh, wait, no. You're past it. Never mind. So you want to be to... It's to the left of that first path, essentially. So do what you did last time. But when it comes to the section where this thing is, just jump out and just boost forward, yeah. Okay, so there'll be some rails to the after the next like gelatin. Just don't even touch the spring. Now it's to the left. Okay. Jump off that. Okay, jump off that rail and boost. To the right.
I don't have any more boost.
It's burst. Use burst here. You have burst. It's above this rail to the right.
Okay, that is evil. I am not surprised I missed that one.
There's nothing that would indicate that it would be there, except that the room is like a little open, I guess.
This
is why I'm glad I told you.
Seriously, this would have been.
That was in a very weird spot. Yeah, it was in a very bizarre location. Yeah, because I have no idea how you'd figure out that was there. Mostly because it's just in a room, essentially. Like that, it just has it's slightly more open, but there's nothing that would make you. You would really have to be overthinking like the whole investigation thing, right? You'd have to be like, nothing is here, so maybe, it's here, and then
you just work on that, and like that's about all you could do.
You'd have. I feel like you'd essentially. That one's almost one of those evil ones where I feel like, it's this section again, or you'd have to like investigate every inch of the map just to be able to figure it out. And be like, it's been nowhere else. Where else could it be?
You know what's bad? How like I just have muscle memory from this because of that mission, and that route isn't even the one we ended up doing for the S, right?
Yeah, it's really bad.
That's the worst part.
Is it just me, or does this robot look bigger in the actual act than it does what's it called? Than it does in the mission?
Get it eventually. There.
Now, do you just have to get the S rank, or did you already do that? Okay.
I still need the S. Because I was prioritizing the rings.
Yeah, which is fair. Those are the things that are going to be more out of the way as is, so. As we basically established, this is almost like exclusively time-based. It's not exclusively time-based, but it's
it might
basically,
as well be.
Yeah.
again.
Nope.
Yeah,
You're
I
getting
got
so
the
many
first wisp a
lives.
second too late. Seriously, I'm gonna be capped out by the end of this easily. It's funny because this is also gonna end up being one of the LPs where I have the highest death counter.
It's so weird that you're gonna be capped out here in this game, just because like you constantly resetting those missions. I'm so used to Sonic games. Whenever you press reset, usually they get rid of a life. A lot of
That's
Sonic
how it
games
usually
do
works.
that. Yeah, that's not like just an older Sonic game
But
thing.
yeah, no,
That's,
like the adventure games did it too.
I want to say Unleashed does it also.
I'm not certain about Unleashed just because I don't really mess with the reset on there as much. It probably does.
I believe it does.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it
like,
on the principle that Unleashed is easily like the most adventure-esque of the boost games.
Yeah, and it's very easy to get lives in that game anyway, so you probably wouldn't even notice. But I'm pretty sure if you reset the levels there, you lose lives. I think in Generations you lose lives also. So yeah, it's a very common thing, so I'm surprised. I guess the advanced games didn't really have, or the rush games, I guess I should say more so, didn't really get rid of your lives either. And this is dimps, so you know how it is with dimps.
Yeah.
You know how it is with dimps, them and their booster in Spring Fetish, which it really was just a Sonic 4 thing and nothing else, as I think I established in a previous part.
Yeah. Get down there, please.
That's what she said.
I mean, if you want to make everything dirty jokes, then sure.
I'm immature.
I know. That was only like 5 seconds faster. There's no way.
Right. But he did say you were great though, so you can't be too upset. You know, he was nice to you. Thank you, Roger Craig Smith. I like to imagine still, by the way, that he was fired. I know the original thing was he was going to retire, then he decided not to. It's more funny to me to imagine that he just he just got fired for no reason, and then Sega was like, "Actually, can you just come back?"
I mean, it's objectively incorrect, but sure. Believe it you want.
Yeah. By all accounts, it is not correct at all. It's just funny to me to imagine that he got fired for no reason, and then they're like, you know what? Actually, come back.
To be fair, that is one of the most Sega things they could have done.
Exactly.
I mean, they basically did that to Mike Pollock back in 2010.
They did, yeah, because when they fired
because he had to re-audition.
Yeah, that's what happened when they got rid of all the 4Kids voice actors, right?
Yeah, and but they're like, wait a minute, we're never gonna get anybody better than him. So if he wants to stick around, maybe we should just keep him.
Very good decision on their part. He was the best.
A lifetime of bad decisions from Sega. That was a good decision.
Yep. And he was easily the best voice actor to come out of the 4Kids.
Like there were other good ones. Like I think most people like Dan Green, for instance. But like, if you were gonna pick only one to stick around,
it's still really funny to me that Dan Green voice acted pornos. And he was a 4Kids actor. I am, but it's just funny to me to think about. He did that, but he was also a 4Kids actor, voice actor. And 4Kids were beyond strict with anyone involved with them. Who was the voice actor for what was his name? It is escaping me for Sonic in the 4Kids era.
Jason Griffin.
It was Jason. I think you and me both agreed that was probably the best Sonic from Unleashed. I feel like at least.
Yeah,
at least for
Unleashed
me,
and Black Knight, which it's basically the same Sonic.
Yeah, I feel like he wasn't he was okay.
He was definitely phoning it in more with the earlier ones, but then the feedback, okay, I should actually clean up my act. And, I can respect that.
Definitely a better Shadow actor than in. It's not. Doesn't Roger Craig Smith doesn't do Shadow, right? Someone else.
No, it's Kirk Thornton. Which I've been over this. Like, he can do a good deep voice. He just doesn't try for Shadow.
So weird.
Like, just do your Sykes voice. Nobody would complain.
Oh yeah, he Sykes. Yeah, that makes it even weirder. Because that voice is decent.
That's perfect for Shadow, but no. He does this weird pirate. I don't get it.
Weird. Jason Griffith had probably the best one though. I think it was him who did Shadow during the 4Kids era, right?
He did, yeah.
Did Ryan Drummond do Shadow in SA2?
No. SA2 and Heroes was Dave Humphrey.
Okay. I was mostly just asking.
Shout out to the fact that in Sonic Shuffle of all games, Ryan Drummond actually voiced Knuckles. And it sounds literally no different from the other games of that era. So he could do a one-for-one impression.
So he sounds just like
I don't remember the VA's name, unfortunately. It sounds... It's either identical or it's so close to identical that you wouldn't notice immediately.
I really like Knuckles' voice. Honestly, I do like Dan Green's Knuckles the most, probably.
I feel like Knuckles is one of those voices that they just never get wrong.
Yeah,
I can't think of a bad VA for it.
He's a ruffle rouser kind of guy, you know.
My least favorite is probably the one they have now, but he's not bad at all. He's still good.
I think the original Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 one's probably my favorite overall, but Dan Green is in battle. Dan Green is he's a gruffer Knuckles. Yeah. That's for sure.
And for what it's worth, like, I think the adventure games kind of get points for him just because there's more lines.
Yeah,
like, Before considered, Knuckles didn't really talk that much, and he talks even less now, unless you count Boom.
All I think about
you kind of have to count Boom.
All I think about when it comes to 4Kids era, what's it called? Knuckles. All I can think of is Sonic 06. Specifically, the scene where you meet him in Sonic 06 and Sonic tosses like that card that Eggman gave to them.
He drops it, yeah. Like he's in other games. Like you have, I'm probably forever gonna remember Shadow because it's Shadow. I've played more Shadow than I ever should. That aside,
you played it 11 times too much.
No, you played 11 times too much. I played it hundreds of times too much.
Yeah, you played it 315 times too much, is what I meant to say.
Speaking of which, next Shadow part, where is it?
Sorry, I
did that one to yourself.
Actually, you did. You're the one who mentioned Shadow the Hedgehog, not me.
Yeah, but you continued it.
Ooh, nice little trick there.
Not sure how much time will actually save.
Oh, some of these paths suck.
Yeah, they really do. Just give me what's.
I remember this section.
I remember every section of this stage at this point.
Do you just get your boost gauge back if it's empty? After using the Wisp power?
It's if you defeat an enemy or break a Wisp capsule. Usually enemies.
Yeah, there's still little Wisp capsules in both this version and the.
This game has them like candy compared to the console game, but yeah.
Yeah, the console. I've mentioned this before. It's like the console version just might as well not have boost in it. Period. It's like there's not really a lot of sections that I feel like the need for it. Like, hey, you can't even keep the rocket from that point onwards. Like, there's an arrow there as if it's pointing towards the fact that you could.
Oh yeah, I know the feeling. Oh, well, we're in that part again. Oh, well, I'm doing it this way anyway. Wait, Void? Okay.
Interesting. And he said he knew this stage by heart.
It's possible I actually got the Void Wisp when I was going up. Like, maybe the Burst Explosion was enough.
Oh, does it actually grab you it? Does it, like, queue it up?
Well, I mean, if it was the very last thing I did with it, then yeah, I think it would.
Ah, okay.
My time is slow, so... now. Keep trying to go up there. Again, I don't even know how much time it would save. Probably not much. And please. Desperate. I'm just desperate at this point. I want out of Sega's Wild Ride.
Actually, this is Dimp's Wild Ride. They made this game. Ooh,
Well,
speaking
yeah,
of
but
Dimps,
Sega
that was a
helps.
very Dimp section I just saw right there.
Sprint the rocket. Yes. Good. More of that, please.
What he said. So what was your best time that you got again?
It was like a
You know,
240.
Okay.
Oh. Darn it. So close. I don't know how much time I could save in this stage if I just didn't have to deal with that dumb rocket.
Yeah, and as we've established, they're useless anyways, so... You have to get rid of them out to your point anyways. Like, the only time they ever have use... Oh, God. I'm getting PTSD every time I see this part of the stage now, too.
Yeah, you haven't even played it. That's how bad it is. Again? This is going to be a long part. Oh well. It's nature of the beast of this type of video when you're going through the ranks.
Yeah, I don't really have a choice in a way. Watch as you get like an S rank, barely.
It was one of my slower times. Of course, you can't really tell until the last second.
I'm checking what the dude in the world record video got, just so I can get like a idea of what kind of time. Not really that you aim for, but that you could get. And my Chow got himself stuck in the pillar. Nice. Let's see, what time does he get by the end? I'm just gonna skip to when he eats the stage. Looks like he does it all in one go, so. Oh my god, he beats it in like less than 2 minutes, I think. Yeah, 149.
Yeah, checks out.
I don't know how. Especially because he's getting all the red rings, too. So it would be some
Wizard
funky route. If you remember where the red ring locations are, all I could assume is, you know, minus, like, I guess the first one, you'd have to kind of stick to that path. That's seemingly what this guy does, at least, so... Just wait until you get to the PTSD part of the stage, because that's when it's easier to kind of gauge the time you have.
Better be soon, or
Or
else
like how much time remaining you have, rather, because it's the way in.
This part I hate it so much. It's always so close.
Yeah, this is the PTSD part? Oh no, it's right
No, it's
after
immediately
this.
before it.
And PTSD. Oh wait, no, never mind.
That's PTSD.
There we go.
And I'm significantly slower than I've been before. That is not a good sign. Usually I'm around the 2-minute mark, now I was around 2:10 at that point. I'll still finish it because I'm that close, but...
It's going to be a slower time, definitely, though. I doubt they're going to get enough rings tonight. Let's see what your score
Now,
is.
my highest ring was like a 350, so this is going to be low on that front, too.
Aww, there is no victory. Oh, that looks like a glitch. He had like 110,000, so I'm just gonna assume it's 100,000.
Oh, it better not be 100,000. My high score is 78.
Well, a lot of that has to do with speed, so... So take this loop section here. If you haven't been. I feel like you've been taking the top section.
I have to.
Okay. Then just boost.
Oh, whatever. Gonna go down.
There's the dimp section.
I've fallen for that every single time without fail. Please.
Maybe you
boost.
shouldn't be in this lower section right now?
How do I get out then?
You burst.
Where?
Yeah, there was an upper section that you could have done.
I didn't see it.
There's an upper section there too. You can't get it now, but I'm just thinking about it for future reference. Probably faster than the section, because the section sucks.
This section's terrible. Basically, any section that has heavy burst usage is awful. Like, where the burst wisp is optional, it's fine. It's whenever it isn't. Going a little faster this time.
You're like 20 seconds, almost 20 seconds faster than the last time you were here.
Yeah. But the last time I was here, I was really far behind. So it's really more like I was 10 seconds ahead, but still good.
Then you gotta slowly descend.
Yay! Didn't fall that
Is that your
time.
fastest time yet?
Easily, yes. Okay, it
Oh,
was
nice.
80,000.
Okay, it actually wasn't that strict at all.
Oh, and also, look, my life's capped out.
Ooh, nice. You have a boss left to do, and they're all fast. You might as well.
Yeah, I'll do the boss. It's whatever. I'm gonna regret saying this, but I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, normally I would say no, but these bosses are generally fast enough where I feel more comfortable with it. I feel like I recall there being something specific. Okay, never mind.
Well, I just knocked all of its
What the
HP
heck?
off.
Yeah, what the heck?
If that's not an S rank, I'm scared. I'm very scared.
I was doing something specific to do this boss, but that was not even it. But okay, interesting. I guess that's how you beat this boss.
That's how you beat it fast.
Alright, I guess you didn't regret saying that.
Yeah, no, that was easy. See you all next time we go to Starlight Carnival.
Yeah, see you guys then.
Also, wait, I got an extra kill already. Nice. I still have to get that red star ring, but that's it.
Yep. So chicken tenders.
All toasters toast toast. Goodbye.
Chicken tenders.